Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video we are tackling a project I have now put off for a very long time, and that is my pantry. My pantry gets a lot of use and there are 7 of us that live in this house. It is summer break and we're all home and it just gets, kind of destroyed. Things don't get put back where I originally had them. I try to create some kind of organizational system so it's easy to know where things go, but let's just be honest, not everybody organizes the way mom organizes. So we're going to pull stuff out. I'm going to kind of weed through stuff. I guarantee there's things that are expired that need to get thrown and just reorganize. Things just need to get put away. I'll restock what I can, what needs to be restocked, and we'll get it in better working condition than it is right now. So I'm so glad you guys are here. If you have a big job on your to-do list that you need to tackle that you have been avoiding, like I have been avoiding this, today is your call to action. Let's get it done and do it together. So popped my headphones in. I am currently listening to the Alec Baldwin trial. If you guys are listening to it too, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. But without further ado, let's get into cleaning out this crazy pantry. Before we go any further today, I want to go ahead and thank Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store that offers tons of savings for healthy grocery options. And if you know anything about me, you guys know I order my groceries every week. I do not like going to the grocery store. I don't have time for that. Not only that, but when I go, I end up coming home with things that I didn't need, and I get frustrated because I'm not there very often, so I don't always remember where things are. So being able to order online and get good prices is ideal. The other thing too is that I live in a rural part of New England and kind of live in the country, you guys. And so good, healthy options are not always available. And so being able to order those online is another added benefit. As a Thrive Market member, you will benefit from savings on all kinds of different really good quality products, things that are better for you, with thousands of restricted ingredients being kept out of these products, which is ideal. I have been trying to make slight changes where I can to be able to provide my children with some better options, healthier food options that are still affordable. It's expensive to feed a family of 7. And so finding an option like Thrive Market where I can earn Thrive Cash, which is money back on certain products. They have extra added savings and coupons once you're a member and you're inside of the website. Those are all beneficial for me to be able to provide my family with not only quality food, but food that isn't going to break the bank. Any order over $49 is going to ship free. I don't have to worry about paying for bags or for tipping, which is ideal. And the annual membership fee of $60 is something that I can earn back if I don't earn $60 worth of savings for the year, which I don't see how that could possibly happen because my first order, I already saved $24.18. So how I'm not gonna hit $60 in savings is, that's just not possible. When you're shopping on Thrive Market, you can filter their food catalog to fit your family's needs. So if you're keto, gluten-free, if you're plant-based, if you're following any kind of specific type of diet, you can filter your food options to get exactly what you need, which I find so very convenient. You can actually customize your shopping by over 90 different types of options, which I think is kind of crazy. To be honest with you, I didn't even know that many existed. One of the benefits that I found with Thrive Market was when I was looking for products, I literally went in and typed in snack products, and I was able to narrow it down to exactly the types of products that I was looking for. And I had my kids in mind, just making sure that I could find them some really healthy options for the summer, and it made it super, super easy. I could read customer reviews like I was shopping on any other kind of online shop, which was great too, so that I knew I was getting something that not only I was going to enjoy, but my family. If you're interested in joining Thrive Market, you click the link in the description box below or go to thrivemarket.com/Charlotte Grove Farmhouse and receive 30% off your first order and a free gift up to $60. I would love to hear what you ordered and and we're super excited to give all of these options a try. And it was so funny when I first found out that I was going to be working with Thrive Market. I was talking about it with my neighbor friends. They're all moms, and all of them were like, "You're just now getting onto the Thrive Market bandwagon." I was like, dang, I'm late to the party. So I'm sure you have already heard about these great options, and what better time than now to join. So thank you, Thrive Market, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, here's a look at the super messy pantry right now. As you can see, I have the skeleton of organization in here, but it's kind of fallen apart. So we're just going to clean it up. I'm gonna take out what I need to, wipe off the counters, clean things out, get rid of stuff that's expired, like I said, and get it reorganized. So just a little messy, just a little bit. Before we get started, I think it's only fair for us to take a good look at the mess that has become of this pantry before we go ahead and get to fixing it all. To get us started, we're going to need to remove as much as possible from the pantry. I did decide not to take every single thing out. There were certain shelves that I just needed to adjust or just, kind of move things around. So I did remove pretty much everything from the very bottom, from the floor, and the two bottom shelves. I did not do anything with the top shelf except for putting some things away. Like I said, created a really good system the last time that I did this, so I just needed to get it cleaned up. Once you have a good system in your pantry, it's easy for your kids to know where things are. That's why I really didn't switch things up much, because when they help me put the food away, when we get our food order every week, I like for them to know where everything is. So I didn't want to move stuff around. I just wanted to remove what I needed to so that I could clean things off. The shelves really needed to be wiped down. Sometimes my kids are a little bit lazy. They don't want to take something out of the pantry into the kitchen to use it. They just use it here in the pantry, which I totally understand. That's why eventually, when we finally get to do the pantry makeover that I want to do, we'll have a countertop in here for things like that. Originally, that was something we were going to tackle this summer, but unfortunately 2024 has just thrown us a lot of curveballs. I had to have unexpected surgery at the end of May that has really kind of taken over my summer. And just a week or so ago, we lost my father-in-law, and so things have just kind of taken a back seat, and that's okay. Projects can always wait. It was something I wanted to do, not something we needed to do, so not a big deal. It will always be there for us to work on later. But I definitely needed to get this space clean, and I feel like I talk about this all the time on my channel, but cleaning is therapy for me. I love to organize, I love to clean, I love to get rid of clutter. It just helps my mind and makes me feel accomplished at the end of the day, and I love being able to get rid of items off my to-do list. It's just such a satisfying feeling, and working here in the pantry is no different than all those other spaces that I clean. So I was really getting a good dopamine rush from getting this project done. I have several other videos on this pantry when I originally organized it, when we first moved in. I will try to remember to link those for you down below, but we did not design this pantry. This is how my builder did it. And I don't hate it. I will say these shelves are very deep, which originally I did not like because I felt like stuff got lost behind them. But now I just get smart and put things that I don't use all the time behind the food in the back of the shelves, and that seems to work really, really well. I'm just wiping them down. They're just painted, so I'm wiping them down with just my everyday cleaner and a wet microfiber cloth, and it was doing a really good job to just take care of any spills or dust or crumbs, and I just pushed it all to the floor for me to eventually vacuum up. Down in the corner on the floor, you'll see a cabinet sample. That was a sample that I ordered from cabinets.com. They did our cabinets in our kitchen, and that is the color of the drawers that I eventually would like to have there in the pantry. So for another video, another time. I don't know if you just saw the water that came off that rag. It was pretty dirty, which is pretty gross, but it's making me feel better about choosing to do this project that I was not looking forward to and putting off. It clearly needed to be done. I get asked fairly regularly where my microwave is or if I have one, and here it is. It lives in my pantry on the shelf here. Like I said, eventually the goal will be to have a counter space in here, which will be really, really nice. That's originally what we had planned when we asked our builder to add in the electrical outlets here in the pantry. But like I said, we walked into our house one day and the pantry was already done. So shame on us for not getting ahead of it, but that's okay. It's fine for now, but this is where it lives. And we're just going to wipe down our appliances. I've got my toaster in here as well as an extra ice maker for when we're hosting. And we're just going to wipe all of this down and give the microwave a little bit of a wipe down as well. It's actually better than it was. Danny just recently wiped it down. It was really bad. I just don't think I had used it in a while and didn't realize how terrible it really was. To clean the outside of my microwave, I'm using Wyman stainless steel cleaner and a dry microfiber cloth. I haven't talked about these microfiber cloths in a while. These are from Amazon, and I have, I think, a total of 4 packs of them. I am obsessed with these. They do such a great job. They're great for drying your dishes. I love to use them to dry my stainless steel, but they're also phenomenal to clean just about anything. A wet one is great for cleaning off your walls. A dry one is great for dusting or for wiping down your cabinets. I'm using a dry one here on the inside of the microwave. They're just such a great cloth. I think they're actually called a polishing cloth, which I could totally see because they do a great job of polishing things. But I use them for pretty much everything, and I love that they're black because they don't stain. So such a good cloth. If you're in the market for some new cleaning cloths, I highly, highly, highly recommend these, and I will try to remember to link them for you down below. I feel like these would make an excellent housewarming gift as well. If you know somebody that's buying a new house or moving out for the first time, I feel like these cloths would be such an excellent housewarming gift because they just work so well. This shelf here, I did not do much with. I just kind of reorganized it. Things were a little bit all over the place, so I just reorganized it and got it situated. As well as this wall here, this is where we keep our calendar. We had our soccer schedule up there that was done like in April and the kids' chore list. So I took all that down so we could just get it reorganized. But like I said, this part of the pantry, I didn't feel like I needed to take everything out. It wasn't really dirty, and I just needed to get things put away, like those bottles there. I keep the alcohol mostly up top in those water hyacinth bins. And I've got a Lazy Susan there full of Danny's hot sauces. And then I do have these containers here for all of my baking goods. I got those, I think, back in January, and I am obsessed with them. Like, They are perfect. My kids tell me all the time how much they love them. They're so easy to use, and they are a nice, like, airtight seal. So if you live in a humid area like I do, you probably know that sometimes your sugar will get stuck together. It can make things clumpy. So these are just nice and airtight. They keep everything fresh, which is fantastic, and they stack really nicely. So perfect. But like I said, I'm trying to use the back of my shelves here to house items that I use regularly, but I don't need every day, like my trifle bowl and that drink dispenser that I love to use when the kids are having friends over and they're like swimming in the pool all day. I'll just make a big batch of lemonade and put it outside on the table. It's so great. I love having that, just easy to grab. I grab it probably every other day. I use it all the time. This is our sweets and treats area. I try to keep lots of items for s'mores on hand at all times. We redid our fire pit area this year, or actually created one. We didn't actually have one. And so we do a lot of s'mores and fires throughout the summer. So I try to make sure I always have those items on hand, as well as the things we love to bake the most. My kids love to bake. My boys are always baking. And so I try to keep those goodies on hand as often as I can. So try to keep this area stocked up. So we're just going to refill it, and then we'll get back into the pantry. These containers here are from the Home Edit, which is through Walmart. Again, I will try to link as much as I possibly can down below for you. I think these are hands down the best organizing boxes I've ever purchased. They are so sturdy, and I love to be able to see what's inside. Some of my containers here in my pantry are not see-through because I don't want to know what's inside. Well, let me rephrase. I want to know what's in there. I don't want to see it. But there's other things that I do want to be able to see, so I know if I need to restock it, I can just take a quick little glance. And these are perfect for that. I also keep a bag of gum on hand at all times. All of my children have ADHD, and gum really helps them to focus. And then I also had a box over there of our kosher salt that I use to cook. I'm just going to go ahead and get up on our little step stool here, and I'm going to put away those alcohol bottles up top. I try to keep tons on hand. I've got wine bottles up here, champagne, pretty much any kind of liqueur you can think of. And we host a ton. And usually when people come over, they'll bring a bottle of wine. If it doesn't all get drank, I will put the unopened bottles up there for future hosting gifts or for whenever we have people over. So it's nice to just have those ready to grab up top. And now we're just going to work on putting things back into the pantry. As I mentioned, I wanted to keep things pretty much where they already were, so nobody had to relearn the pantry. It was just a matter of getting it cleaned and organized and restocked. So we're just going to go ahead and start putting those things back now. As I mentioned, I will try to link any of these organizing items for you down below, like our cereal containers and any of those items that I can. I will try to remember to put them down in the description box. If you have a question about anything or where anything is from and you can't find it, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. I never shy away from those questions. I'm always here to help. This basket here is from Target, and the 2 black containers inside are from the Dollar Tree. I took them out so that I could rinse them out. They had gotten, pretty crummy, no pun intended. And this is where I keep our packets of instant oatmeal. The kids love these, as well as our bars. So my kids used to love the granola bars, just your regular granola bars. Lately, they have been loving the Nature Valley bars, and Danny loves the Nature Valley bars. So I just buy them at BJ's, which is our big box store, like a Costco. And so I'm just putting those here, and I keep this on the lowest shelf. So when the kids go in, it's easy for them to see where their snacks are. So anything that they usually grab, the Cheez-Its, animal crackers, bags of chips, that kind of thing, I just try to keep nice and low for them so that they can just grab it as they see it. And I also will keep fruit readily available in my fridge. I'll wash it and just keep it in the strainer in the fridge. And I talked in my summer video about how I'll just pull that out and I will display it on a pretty platter so the kids think it's a treat and they'll just eat it all day. That's like my mom trick to get the kids to eat the fruit before it goes bad. Just make it look like it's a treat, display it nicely out on the counter, and for sure they will devour it. I had some empty jars on hand that didn't have anything in them, so I decided to just add in some regular snacks, things that would just allow for me to get rid of extra bags. So one are these honey roasted almonds that we all love, as well as some trail mix. And then I did put a little scoop next to them. I didn't put the scoop inside, just so that I only needed one scoop for both. They could just use that for either one, and it worked out perfectly. For this section over here, I'm starting off with my cat food. One of my kitties has a hard time eating solid food, so she has to be given soft food, and she's very old, so she gets her little old lady senior food. That's one of my calicos, Tallulah. She's a very sweet girl, but we're just going to go ahead and put some food away in here. This is where I keep our bread items. I've got some protein powder there for my son Ronan. He's always trying to put on a few pounds. And this is usually where I keep our ramen noodles. We were out, so I thought I would use it differently, but I ended up just keeping it the way it was and wrote down ramen noodles on our list of grocery items for the next time I put in a food order. Again, trying to utilize the space back here. This is where I'm putting extra gallon-sized Ziploc bags and Solo cups. And in that water hyacinth box there, that's where I keep some ice trays. That's where I keep some extra aprons. And I'm also going to put our blender down here because we do use it pretty much every day for breakfast smoothies. Now I'm going to take a second to restock a few items. I'm restocking our powdered sugar here. I'm going to restock our cereal and our rice. I do keep a plastic bin with a lid at the bottom of our pantry on the floor. It's completely sealed, so please don't panic, but it's where I keep extra items from our big box stores. So like I said, I shop at BJ's. When I buy the Cheerios that comes in a package of 2, I'll just keep the extra one down in the box so that way I can just grab it when I need to restock it. I also buy our Pete's Keurig pods there, so I'll keep them in that box as well, so they're easy to grab. I was keeping extra things like that down in the basement, but I use it so frequently that I just thought bringing in that clear tote would be the best thing to do here in the pantry. So gonna go ahead and vacuum the floor. It was very crummy at this point, very dirty. Gonna go ahead and give it a vacuum, and then I'm going to mop it. I actually mopped it using some laundry sanitizer just to get it nice and clean. I don't know what the kids have spilled in here. I don't know what's been on this floor, so I figured using some kind of sanitizer would make sure that it gave it a little extra antibacterial protection, and it smelled really, really fresh when I was done. Now, after I mopped, I did give the floor some time to dry, and I took a break, swam with the kids, had neighbors over, went and had ice cream, just took a break, enjoyed summer, and then we're back to it now. It's much, much later. This is after dinner and everything. So I'm just putting things back on the floor here. As I said, it's where I keep extra items. I keep, a large lunchbox for us, our cat food. That trash can there is for recycled bottles, so we can turn those in. And then I always keep our paper bags for recyclables. My son takes those out daily. So just put that back out. Gonna go ahead and put our calendar back on the wall. It's almost time to start filling this out for the new school year. I cannot believe we go back to school next month. Ugh, it has been nice having a little bit of an extra summer, but man, I can't believe it's almost over. Gonna go ahead and put our step stools away, and that, my friends, is going to bring us to the end of our pantry clean and restock. I'm just putting away some fruits and vegetables really quickly, and everything is looking nice and clean. I threatened my family to touch nothing. Just kidding, but I did remind them to come take a good look at how it looks and to remember that it only takes a second to think about where everything goes. Don't just stick it some random place. Take the extra 15 seconds to put it away, all the way away, so that we can keep it clean. I'm sure in another 6 months, we'll have to do another deep clean. Not a big deal, but it feels very satisfying to have this done. And with as much as time as we spend in this pantry, it's really important that we keep it organized so that we can easily find things and food doesn't go bad and we're not wasting a bunch of food. So hopefully today gave you some motivation to check something off of your to-do list. I'd love for you to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and come back for more if you aren't already. And until the next one, my friends, I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful season, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, my friends.